Hi, I'm Brian McFadden, singer-songwriter. Well, I just played football for local clubs in Ireland since I was a kid. To walk into Old Trafford's a dream, full stop. But to play with 3 World Cup winners, it's every boy's dream, really. That moment is when the boys get separated from the men. I think sparks will fly when that whistle goes.
The rest of the world's celebrities board the team bus and make their way to the training ground. Their legendary teammates will join them later on in the week.
Doing some vigorous training for this, as you can see. Very healthy.
Meanwhile, rest of the world manager R.O.W is taking the more relaxed approach.
You heard this story about this couple goes for the honeymoon to go to Paris. They go to this little bar, and on the stage, there's this big black guy with this big thing hanging there. Brian McFadden, he's very enthusiastic. He has a good technique, good shot at goal. He gives me an extra boost up front. Okay.
However, there's more bad news for R.O.W as disaster strikes in the final minutes of today's training. Top striker Brian McFadden breaks down after an old injury comes back to haunt him.
Brian, you pulled it?
I was just stretched for a ball and I just felt it snap. And I just straight onto the ground. I'm sick. Sick as a pig. Well, that's life. Has its ups and downs.
It's looking very doubtful. It's such a shame to someone like that because he's been shining brilliantly in training. Let's wait and see what the doctor says. It's not the kind of news you expect to hear on a day like today.
Lothar Matthäus. Left back, Michael Krecko. Right midfield player will start, Brian McFadden. I want you to start. I know how bad you want it, so you're going to start, for sure. Alessandro.
Well, Brian. So you had an injury scare, didn't think you were going to play, and now you're in the starting 11.
Yeah.
What's all that about?
We have no players left. Simple as that.
You must be pleased, though.
Yeah, I'm just really frustrated that I did get in the first 11, and I'm just not going to be able to play to my, play 100%. But I'll give everything I have left in my body to do whatever I can.
The simplicity of it, and I think you've got 2 teams that want to do both. If you say, well, do you want to win?
Get in there, you beauty!
Motivate each other. That's what's going to win the game.
R.O.W starts as he means to go on by talking team tactics in the squad room.
I have the feeling that everyone is a little bit nervous. I can understand that. I think the most important thing is to have fun. Because if you have fun in what you're doing, things come easy. And of course, if you win, you have even more fun. We're trying in these couple of days to get to know each other. Also trying to figure out where somebody has to play, what is his best position, and of course the skills. You know, you have to get to know each other also. It's good, yes. And having fun. That's the most important thing.
After their warm-up, R.O.W decides to see what his squad are made of with some penalty shooting practice.
No cheating. Wait a minute. Oh! Oh!
Come on, Ed. Come on, Ed. Oh,
who's that with the kill there?
Ed, yeah, man.
Is it?
Yeah.
R.O.W attempts to get the players working as a team, but without any football legends, they're already off to an instant disadvantage. And it's showing.
Go on. Do something in the run. Ben, make a few dummies.
Yes.
Ben.
And with the England players jeering every mistake, the pressure is on.
I mean, the England guys seem to be taking it very, very seriously.
I'll be ready for you.
And I think it's different because they've got the professionals. They've already got the professionals with them.
There's a difference between us and the England team. Is that we're fit.
We are fit, yeah.
And the England team are already taking the piss out of us about being fat, overweight, and donkeys, and laughing and joking. But You know, at the end of the day, we're getting to know each other.
Hey, not here. Hey, not here. Do that somewhere tonight.
But things finally start to improve when two of the legends, Italian great Gianfranco Zola and World Cup winning captain Dunga, finally arrive, and their presence makes an immediate difference.
As soon as Dunga and Zola came into the team, just the difference is just incredible. Because I think it took so much pressure off us now that we had these two legends in the team, and they just settled everybody down. And it's just really starting to gel together.
Well done, Brian!
Looking really good today. Brian McFadden, he can really finish, and Dunga on the ball.
Good.
And Zola's amazing, so they look really good. They look sharp.
Just when things seem to be looking up for the rest of the world,
Well done, Captain!
things take a turn for the worse
Well done! Wait.
when Captain Gordon Ramsay goes down injured. And the rest of the world go head-to-head for the very first time in a one-off shootout challenge. The two teams will compete in a test of attacking and defending skills.
We're going to take one piece out of the game which we all love. When the striker's through, he's got the goalkeeper to beat, he's got the defender behind him, and he's got this pressure that he doesn't know where the defender is. You've got 15 seconds to score.
Terry Venables raises the stakes even higher.
The losing team will give £50,000 to UNICEF. So listen. What do you mean you'll pay it all? That's really good, well done.
His job is to run with the ball and try and score. The defender's job is to stop him. It's the best of 5.
Round 1, it's Brian McFadden attacking against Jonathan Wilkes.
McFadden gets the rest of the world off to a flying start with a well-taken goal.
Wilkes then gets his chance to level the scores as he takes his turn to attack for England.
It's over! Well done!
Coming up in part 2, the rest of the world skipper discovers the extent of his injury.
I mean, we've got some work to do. There is a strong possibility that we could, still make it.
And somebody quits Soccer Aid.
We just arrived and he'd gone.
Get your position.
Early on in training, Eddie Irvine received what seemed to be a relatively mild injury from a tackle by Brian McFadden. Unfortunately, it was much worse than that.
Feeling that he's no chance of getting fit for the big game, Eddie decides to leave the training ground for good and can't even face telling his teammates, leaving the rest of the world team down to just 8 celebrities and only 2 legends.
We just arrived and he'd gone. Never rang us, never said anything, just went off. It's definitely pissed me off because we've had such a great team spirit. Just for one person, I know he was injured, that's fair enough, but just to go and not kind of tell the rest of us after we made such an effort to be a team and to have, real unity.
After a few days of getting to know each other, it's the start of the official Soccer Aid training week, and after having won their first victory against England in the penalty shootout, the rest of the world team are keen to milk it.
How you feeling today, Ben?
The penalty shootout yesterday. Oh, this is just fucking heaven. I'm in heaven.
They're miserable. Yeah. They're miserable out there. Gus made a good point yesterday. He said, why was Robbie at number 5 to hit a penalty yesterday? Do you know what I mean? It's like it's his gig.
They just didn't know that they'd be out after 3 shots.
All right, okay.
Brian, goal scorer. Yeah. Yes. And number 10 up front is Zola.
While the England team are making the most of their visit to Craven Cottage back at Motspur Park, the rest of the world team deliberate over their chances of actually winning.
I can't see them winning. No. I think it shows that they're rattled. If you saw their selection last night, You know, clearly they haven't got confidence in their outfield players if they're putting David Seaman in goals. You know, whereas, you know, we're happy enough to put me in goals, which means that we must have shit-hot people out the front, which means I've got nothing to do. You know, we got Peter Schmeichel, the best goalkeeper in the world. We don't even have to use him because we've got the quality out the field.
While the England team celebrate their first victory back at the training ground, things are going from bad to worse for the rest of the world, with not one but two more injured players. After making the starting 11 selection, Brian McFadden and Craig Doyle are now out of tomorrow's match against the Scottish legends.
Can't walk in it. Just when I was walking, I kicked the ball, it was like, we had shooting pains in the game. It's frustration, isn't it? I still think we're fitter than them.
They can walk.
It's about all they have going for them.
They've got good haircuts, don't they?
Not really.
No.
It's the day of the rest of the world's first competitive match against a team of international Scottish legends, and before the big game, the players have a chance to meet the opposition.
It's a big day today, first game of football ever.
So I suspect we will be lucky to get away with anything other than absolute hiding.
Excited in a brown-trousered way.
I think we all have butterflies.
You know, I'm looking around here and they've got some great players. It's Gary McAllister. Hey, look, he's looking at me. I'm playing against Gary McAllister.
We had joy, we had fun, putting Robbie on his bum. Then we made Gaza cry, England lost, you wonder why.
I'm just going to do the best I can. I'm not saying I'm impressing anyone, just going to, you know, I'm not Diego Maradona, you know.
I'm absolutely gutted I'm not playing, but, you know, it's to me it's still exciting to be here and watch the boys get it together. And I'm going to be screaming louder than anybody else.
I'm with Johnson, Dungazola, Maradona and Ginola.
Ruud Gullit's team having restored some pride after a disastrous first half.
We were 6-1 down at half-time when we came out and won the second half 2-1. You know, we can't complain about that.
Alistair Campbell, not quite Sol Campbell yet. I say pat the cat, pat the twat. But apart from that, it's all good.
I think we're on for a good game on Saturday.
The rest of the world team continue to put on brave faces as they join the England squad in a VIP visit to number 10 Downing Street.
Tony has very kindly agreed to meet all of us, including the rest of the world team, which is an immense sacrifice because they are very, very dull people.
You never expect to be invited to number 10 in an England tracksuit, in an England team, you know, with your names on, with England legends and world legends as well, you know. Gaza chatting with Marcel Desailly. They're just sitting around Tony Blair's front room.
It's all blowing my mind. Surreal event after surreal event. In fact, surreal's becoming the norm now. It's 10 Downing Street. Yeah.
I'd just like to say a couple of things though about the importance of UNICEF. The work that UNICEF is doing for children in over 100 different countries is absolutely remarkable. You, by doing this, are raising the profile and you're showing a real commitment. You know, have a great time on Saturday. May the best team win. I can't believe that any team has picked Alistair to play in it, but anyway, so thanks very much indeed, and I hope you enjoy it here.
Both teams take a well-earned trip to the tailors.
With such a big occasion just around the corner, the players are keen to arrive at Old Trafford in style.
RB, thank you.
Last time I wore a suit when I was in court.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, no, I'm not wearing that.
Hurry up, Angus.
Have you got any other colours?
Are these shoes going to be all right?
Yeah, I'll have this one. That'll be fine. He won't mind.
This belongs to Gordon.
You can jump in there.
Oh, now what? Lunch first.
It gives you the old hairs on the back of your neck thing, doesn't it?
Talks shit, doesn't he?
He talks shit.
it's a big occasion, and it's going to be a great day, and you want to look good.
So, with less than 24 hours to go until the crunch match in front of the biggest ever crowd at Old Trafford, both teams prepare for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Football royalty and international celebrity will come together to produce a night of passionate rivalry and unrivaled sport and entertainment.
The result is uncertain, but one thing is guaranteed. Tomorrow night, one team will leave Old Trafford victorious.
It's R.O.W versus Ramsey.
Hullet versus Venables.
Gaza versus Maradona.
And England versus the rest of the world.